Hey there. It's Still Sober with John Raven. If you're a sober person, hope you're staying sober. If you're not a sober person, hope you're staying sane. I am not afraid of AI because it's not AI yet. There's not, Skynet doesn't exist. The reason that Skynet from the Terminator movies, or more recently, the machines at war with humans in the Matrix, the reason that I'm not concerned about that is that nobody in power will give control up to a machine. They will always be controlling the machine. It all depends on who's controlling it. Now, that's the scary part. That should be the scary part. Is everything being controlled by robots that are being controlled by a huge, whiny, super rich man baby, as they all are. I don't know of any billionaires in power that aren't whiny man babies. Maybe at some point, maybe several years ago, maybe in the 90s, maybe in the aughts, but not these. I mean, ugh, they're fucking weird. They're either weird or they're assholes or they're both. And so that should be the thing. But but being scared of the actual tech, I'm not scared of tech. I'm irritated with the idea that of reliance on basically a complex, you know, a, a complex Google search, then worded like it's coming from a person. That's really it, because all of the data, when you ask your web browser a question, when your preferred robot a question, and it goes in and it digs for all this information, it's sifting through shit that we wrote. Morons. Some smart people, mostly ill-informed morons. That's really you have to be you have to understand it. You have to have some experience using the AI site of your choice, your robot choice, how you ask it questions, how you use it, how you interact with it. It remembers what you like and stuff, and you just have to. I don't know. You have to take things with a grain of salt. You have to figure out how to talk to the fucking robot, because it's going to give you different answers. I've learned recently. For example, the robot that talks to my wife is a drama queen, versus the robot that talks to me gives me reasonable answers. I will give you, this is what it is. This is what happened. We discovered recently that the puppy that we have, the Morkie puppy. We discovered that the Morkie puppy, who is teething a lot, chewed up about 3 inches worth of a chopstick, a wooden chopstick. Now, did the puppy eat all 3 inches of wood chewed up? Were there 3 inches of splinters in her stomach? Or did she just chew up, just constantly chew, consume some, leave bits here and there? It's hard to say. But the way you ask about this to the Google's AI was, let me tell you, it's the way my wife asked. The response that AI gave back was, go immediately, take the dog immediately to the emergency room. Do not wait for symptoms. You need to go to the emergency room right now. Time is of the essence. What are you waiting for? Don't listen to your husband. Listen to me. I know what's best. Go spend thousands of dollars in a pet emergency room at 7:30 p.m. when the regular veterinary office is closed so that you have to go to the emergency room. You go now. I don't care that she's acting normal. This is what you need to do. Do it. Versus my AI, which was like, oh, so she was chewing everything up into little bits, and all right, it's not. She said you should probably. What you should do immediately is feed her a meal, maybe, but also a slice of bread, because that will help coat. Since it's wood, that's better because the juices in the stomach will soften wood versus, say, plastic or something else like that. And but do the bread, and that'll help. Coat any like pieces that are in her stomach, and help digest a little bit easier. You will there may be some mild symptoms to look for, because if she has ingested wood fiber, that will affect digestion. She will probably have some mild diarrhea. Those are two vastly different. And also, you know, observe her for the next 24 to 72 hours. Look for these signs. These signs are, more red flags for when you may want to, you know, seek medical assistance. And then listed like, retching and vomiting, bloody stool. Like one of those sounds more believable than the other. I know one of them sounds like just a crazy, whatever. I don't know. It was, I couldn't, I was like, well, my response sounds more reasonable and will cost me less money. And by less, I mean zero. Versus let's say I could either spend none of my money or all of my money on a puppy that is happy as hell right now. She is just loving life. Like, I ate everything. Look at me. I'm going to run around. Can I bite you? I want to bite you. I love you so much. I want to bite you. Are those your ankles? Bite, bite, bite. So we're going on 2 days now. She's fine. She seems okay. She has not done anything different. Now, if something dramatic happens, I will have an emergency podcast episode and go, guys, I had to take the dog to the but I'm telling you. Also, the other thing is all you got to do is talk to several pet owners, several dog owners, like reasonable dog owners, like your coworkers, not crazy people on the internet that go on pet Instagram posts and post in the comments how that pet is overweight or malnourished and you're a terrible person. Not those insane people, but actual normal people, dog owners, and they will tell you all kinds of outlandish things that'll make you go, "Oh, well, I feel better about what my dog ate." I'll just give you one quick example. My boss had a dog that ate a sock, then pooped the sock out, and then ate it again. Good Lord. I'm feeling better about my puppies finding a chopstick and thinking of it as, oh, it's like the meat sticks, or it's like a normal stick that I like to chew on all the time. But I mean, it's good. It's good to have one of us at least kind of freaked out who will actually take the time to search, is elm poisonous to a dog? Is a stick from an elm tree bad? If you've got the time to do it, I mean, it's good to have somebody do that. And then you have the other side, which is like, dog's gonna be fine, honey. It's gonna be all right. Let me make you some tea or whatever. I have really gotten off track on some things in my life. Like, not big things, but just little things that I'm like, I need to kind of tweak some things, some stuff. I realized one of the things that I've decided to start working on. Today is the first day, and I noticed that I didn't start in. I've only used expletives twice today. Once on the drive home. Not, and by once I mean the entire drive home. There were sporadic uses, and the second time was the first 10 minutes of this recording, sporadically, because I got nice and loose in here and I went, hey, MF this and suck my that, or whatever I said. But my idea is I need to curse less. Like, save them for when it's important, or for emphasis, or when it's fun, or for maximum, like to maximize a humorous line or comeback, maybe something like that. But I feel like if I use less expletives and instead replace it with different words that I don't use normally, just increase the vocabulary. It's I don't know, it'll force me to use my to actually utilize my vocabulary more, dig deep into words that I don't use as often, encourage me to actually absorb what I'm reading, because I'm reading more recently. Not to make myself, smarter, but not to gain knowledge, but mainly just to chill me out and put me to sleep earlier so that I can get up and play with the puppy and get ready. But also, I think reading, it's like, why don't you read for 30 minutes instead of doom scroll for those 30 minutes? You can doom scroll during the day. The internet will always be there. Useless memes and random videos of dogs and cats with an occasional unasked for thirst trap will always be on Instagram. There will always be some YouTube video that you'll start and then realize, I don't want to see this. These people play a game together. I think I'll go back to watching some report on ESPN, and then you're like, you know what? Mike Florio already covered this. Why am I listening to people doing worst job of what I've already heard Florio talk about? Man, I wish NFL football season was here, and just do that. So that's why I'm trying to read more, trying to better myself, or trick myself into thinking that I'm bettering myself, while also expanding the vocabulary that I can then use rather than just say, expletives. My genuine, use of colorful language, which I like, but kind of been going off the rails. Like I'm way too comfortable cursing at work. I'm not getting any pushback. Other people are doing it too, but I'm realizing I need to. It's becoming boring and secondhand. It's like just, I've just noticed it as like, this is lame. Anybody can say fuck. You know what I mean? There's got to be a more creative way to do this. So I'm trying it. This is also probably because of boredom. It's like summer. What do you want to do for summer? I'm going to curse less. It's kind of lame, but I feel like I've gotten off track with like I said, with a few things. Cursing too much. I'm using Duolingo, but I'm not taking any Spanish courses. I'm using it for math and music and doing these little games for point maximization so that I can climb in ranks on the boards, which doesn't make any sense. The whole point was to learn Spanish. Granted, I'm not working in the back of a kitchen anymore, but I'm still working with Spanish speaking people. I still live in Texas. Do you actually want to learn Spanish, John? Why are you even using Duolingo if you're not learning Spanish? It doesn't make any sense. What is this? What am I doing? I was actually thinking that while I was using Duolingo, going, I'm not even learning Spanish anymore. I got to get back to learning. You care more about points than you do about the language. And if you don't know anything about Duolingo, I must be sounding like a crazy person. That's an insane thing to talk about when you have no context. Like if I just said all of that to my dad, he'd be like, son, I don't know what any of those words mean. Are you doing all right though? Yes, Dad, I'm doing fine. I was just venting about my Duolingo. And, it's an app on my phone. What's the what? One of those little thingies that you click on, and it's a game. So you complain about a game that's on your phone that teaches you Spanish because you never learned it in school? Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I love you, son. I'll talk to you later. And then I'll just hang up and go watch a rerun of Yellowstone. I don't know what he does. I don't know. I don't know. There's no point to this other than to say I think it's a good thing that it's just little things that I'm trying to make an adjust on because I'm just kind of bored. Um, because quite frankly, kind of broke right now. I think we all are. We all have less money than we should, and it sucks. Not to bring that up, you know about this. We all know it. We all feel it. We all have different ideas of why, or maybe not. Maybe we all know exactly why we all don't have money, but it's not. But the good news is that while that's an issue. Me personally, I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing all right. I hope that you are expanding your group of people that you care about, that it's a certain, maybe, I don't know, maybe try to get to know your neighbors a little better. Not that one that you hate, not that one. I don't mean go out of your way. I mean just the randos that you don't know. Try to, maybe try to say hi. Because maybe that energy will travel through from person to person and then come back around. And the real cold, awful woman that lives 2 houses down from our townhouse complex, who gave me a stink eye because my puppy was in the yard. My 3.5 pound Morkie puppy, which was, who can't do any damage to your lawn. Did not poop in your lawn. Had she pooped, I would have taken the bag in my pocket and taken it out. But she's upset, and it looked like she's upset because other dog owners are terrible. I love dogs. I don't like dog owners. It's one of the reasons I don't like the dog park. You don't go to the dog, it'd be one thing if you went to the dog park and you just met the dogs. You got to talk to the dogs met your dog. You could talk directly to the dogs and you can ignore the humans standing around you. Because you get to know them and you're like, I don't like Bucky's owner. I don't know. Here comes Banana. Hey, Banana. Oh, he's bananas. That's not the regular owner. It's the owner's partner slash girlfriend slash wife. I don't know who she is. That the mistress? Who is that? I don't know. Yeah, but she's annoying. Same thing but regardless, I hope somehow, if you see me walking a puppy, there's no reason to scowl. Isn't that weird? I'm not scowling at you. I normally would scowl at you. I normally am very unapproachable. It's weird when homeless people ask me for something. I'm like, dude, read the room. Do I look friendly? I intentionally am not friendly when I'm walking out here. But in the neighborhood, I'm not unfriendly. I am approachable. And I have the cutest puppy in the world. There's no reason to scowl at me, especially since you own your home in the neighborhood that I'm walking in. You own your home in Crestview and you're scowling? Come on, man. Calm down. Anyway, I'm saying I hope the energy comes back around and makes that person less of a bitch. Hey, curse word. See, you save it for the very end and you go, wapow. All right. Stillsoberpod@gmail.com for any questions or comments that are positive to neutral. We'll see you next week. Later.